Hello, hello you guys, welcome back to my channel as always. So for today's look, I've been hitting a huge creative block recently just due to the fact that we're all locked up at our homes and I've just hit a rut. So my super talented, gifted, artistic boyfriend, I told him kind of as a joke, I was like, hey, want to make me some face charts? Because I can't think of any other makeup to do. And he did. He made me a bunch. So for the next few weeks, few videos, I don't know how long they'll be spread out, I'm going to be doing basically his work. So he's creating them. I had no idea what they look like, and I'm doing them. So for this one, I'm so excited. This is what he came up with. So it's like, there's no point in even explaining it because it's nothing, but it's just so crazy and avant-garde and weird, and I love it. So first thoughts were the Microsoft XP, what is it? Oh my god, I'm having a brain fart. The doo-doo-doo noise. So yeah, whatever that is. But anyways, I'm going to be trying to recreate this. And yeah, let's see how it turns out. My interpretation of this. Alright, so first of all, if you guys see me keep looking over here, it's because I have the photo hung up, so that's why. So I didn't know if I was going to block out my eyebrows or not, but I decided that I want to. So fun fact, I've never actually tried the glue stick method in my life. I learned how to block out eyebrows a different way, so I was going to try the glue stick method, but I cannot find a glue stick in my apartment. So this is Pros-aide. It's a prosthetic adhesive, and mine is pretty much dried out, and it's really gross. So we're gonna try to make her work, but if you guys want a tutorial on how I block out eyebrows, let me know. If not, I'm just gonna fast forward this because it's pretty boring. For the actual makeup, I'm not going to prep my face because I'm going to be using water activated paints. So I've got white, black, this pretty sky blue, and then green and yellow, just because this green's like too dark and I want it to be a little bit more of like a lime green. Because we're using water activated paints, I don't like to moisturize my face beforehand, just because it gets too slippery. But if you are going to moisturize, make sure that you use a water-based moisturizer because oil and water don't mix. So tidbit there. I think I'm just going to start off by just drawing the shape of where I want the three colors to go. All right, so I'm just going to be using the NYX Chubby pencil, and like I said, I'm just going to be drawing like where the teeth will be, where the green should stop, and where the blue should go. Alright, so we have our map ready. So I think I'm going to start with the white first, just because white is easier to cover. Like, it's easier to cover the white with blue versus the blue with white, if that makes sense. But anyways, I already wetted my paint, and I'm just using just a regular paintbrush. I actually prefer to use regular paintbrushes over makeup brushes, because, for theatrical at least, just because they have a nice chisel edge, so. Alright, so let's just go ahead and paint. I will say, the thing with white, it gets very streaky, but you want to apply a few layers, and each layer you almost want to like lay the paint on rather than like press the paint on, because it can tend to pull up the layer from underneath. And again, because we're going to be covering the edges here with blue, so the edges of the white, they don't have to be like perfect. Just want to get the color on. Alright, so I let that first layer dry, but you guys can see it's like beyond patchy, so I'm going to go in with a second layer. Again, I like to use less water and kind of like cream up the product, so it is a little bit thicker, and again, almost like using the flat part of the brush. Sorry, my brain like went dumb for a second. And just kind of laying the paint on. See how that gives you a nice opaque finish, so that's what we're going to try to achieve all over. Alright, so the bottom ones I just kind of figured I'll just wipe it off like the green when I get to that point. So I'm just gonna leave those how they are. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this whole area in with the blue. So same thing as the white. Got my water activated paint here. The blue won't be as difficult to cover your face with as compared to the white, but same thing applies. So I'm gonna leave my eye area blank just because I'm going to put clouds over my eyes. So I don't really know how far. I guess I'll just kind of map that like that. So I know not to go there. All right, oh my God, this is spilling everywhere. All right, let's get started. All right, so I'm just gonna switch to a smaller brush and go in and do all of these detail work. All right, so obviously following the same pattern, I'm gonna go ahead and do the green. Again, I'm mixing a little bit of yellow in with it just so it's not as like dark of a green. I'm trying to make it more of like, not 100% lime green, but definitely more on the yellow green versus green. So again, I'm probably just going to go in and just do a line here, and then later I can go back in and add like actual little grass blades. So what I'm going to do now, so I decided to just bring it down my neck just to kind of cap it there. So now is the time to go in for the details. So, sorry, I'm looking at the inspo photo. Honestly, I'm just gonna take the green and just do little tiny zigzags for little blades of grass. Cause at the end, I know this looks crazy messy right now, but at the end I'm gonna go in with black and outline everything. Touch up the teeth. Yeah, let's start with the grass first. Let's go ahead and do that. So again, this doesn't need to be perfect. It's gonna be little tiny, just kind of pressing and just pulling upwards. Again, we're going to outline everything in black anyways, but all right, so what I'm going to do now is, let's go ahead and do the teeth. I want to go back on top with the white to make it more opaque, and then I'm going to take a baby wipe and wipe this off down here, so that way the white and green does not mix. All right, so just like the white before, we want to make it nice and thick and kind of cream it up, so I'm using a little bit less water. And I need a mirror because I'm blind. So for the tip, I like to start off on the chisel edge and then kind of pull down so we get that nice crispy edge. And then I'll use the flat side of the brush for the width. So I'm just going to use a baby wipe and wipe away where I want the teeth to go. Oh my God, my cat's going crazy. So again, we can go back in with the green. It's just covering anything with white is like the hardest thing ever. And then I'm just gonna tuck this pretty much where my double chin starts, just so that way you can't really see the definitive line where it ends. And if you guys notice, I'm literally not even drawing triangles. I'm just using the edge of this brush, and you can see how it comes to a point. So that's what I'm using to create the shape. All right, so I know we still have a lot to do, but I want to do the cloud on the eyes last, just due to the fact that they're on my eyes and I'm going to be blinking. And with water activated paint, it tends to get very chalky after a while, and moving your face or especially your eyelids, it flakes off. So, and I don't want to go in and outline everything in black yet because I want to put some highlighter on. So I'm just going to go ahead and start outlining on here and putting 2 little flowers, and we'll start there. All right, so I was looking at the face chart, and I think what I want to do next is I'm just going to go ahead and outline the teeth. I'm not going to outline them up on the blue yet, just because, like I said before, I want to put some highlighter on there, and it may just cover up the black. So, let's get started. All right, you guys, I think it's finally time to go in and do the clouds. So I wiped some off of my nose right here because I want to put one here. And then the other ones I'm just going to bring on the top of my eyelid and then down so that way I can pose with my eyes closed. So fingers crossed, let's go ahead and do this. And I'm using just a tinier flat brush because I couldn't find any round brushes, but we're just gonna go for it. And these are gonna be very cartoony clouds. I don't want them to look, oh my god, sorry, my nose is so itchy. I don't want them to look realistic. So whenever I'm putting designs on my eyelids, I like to always first put a dot and then blink up. So that way, it makes it a lot easier for me to keep my eyes open during the rest of the makeup, because if I bring the clouds all the way up to here, I don't need to worry about it stamping. Don't forget to also get your eyelashes. Oh my god, they were stuck shut for a second. Oh, see how it's mixing with the blue? That is what I didn't want, but that's okay. I'm gonna do the bottom half once the top half is dried. So I guess I can move on to this eye. Before I go and outline anything in black, first of all, I went and changed the flowers to a pink just because, I don't know, I wasn't liking just the outline. So I'm going to start off with the Too Faced Diamond Fire. This is more of like an opalescent. It kind of has like a blue-purple reflex. Start with the cheekbones, I guess. Oh. I think it looks good. On the nose. Just for a topper, I'm gonna go on top with the Ofra highlighter in Star Island, and it's like basically like highlighting my highlights. So I'm just going just right on top in the high point. Just make it a little bit more poppy. All right, so everything is outlined and it's coming together. So what I did was the grass, I just did little zigzags, and then I just added these cartoony looking, I was about to say trees. Grass, grass. That's what I did. I did cartoony looking grass. One thing I do want to do really quickly is I think I'm actually going to take off some of this white, so it's just a sliver, just because I don't want the teeth to look too thick on the bottom. There, just so I can take just a little bit of this off. Alright, so I'm just gonna let this layer dry because obviously it mixed with the white, and then once it's dry, I can go ahead and put a second layer on. Alright, last step. Hopefully, finally, I don't know. For the lips, I'm going to be taking the yellow, and I'm going to be just putting on a base of yellow and then doing like an eye with black. All right, you guys, here we are. Oh my god. So I added some lashes. They were shorter than I thought. I was gonna double stack them, but honestly, I'm too lazy. Way too lazy. Oh my god, I am so happy how this turned out. I feel like it's just such a weird, cute, creepy monster. Again, the inspiration was from my boyfriend's face chart that he made me, but after him drawing it, we both were like, oh my god, this looks like Microsoft. The like standard, what am I trying to say? The standard background, like the Microsoft XP or whatever it is, just Google it or I'll put it up here somewhere. But yeah, I thought it'd be kind of funny to reference that since it looks like it. So I shall call this the Microsoft monster, as long as I don't get trademarked or copyrighted or whatever it is. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I will put the products and my social media down in the description box. And yeah, I'm excited to show you guys the next few looks that we have planned. So stay tuned for those, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comments, all that fun stuff. Also follow me on TikTok. I've been pushing the TikTok because I've been trying to record and TikTok at the same time, and it is like the hardest thing to do. So if you could please go give me a like, that would be greatly appreciated. All right, this is getting so crusty, so I'm gonna go take this off. All right, until the next one, bye! If you guys are using water-activated paints like I was, I would try your best to avoid baby wipes, because baby wipes, the alcohol in them will actually like set the makeup into your skin and you have a higher chance of it staining. Cold cream is really good for cream makeup, but it doesn't work that well for this makeup. So a crazy weird tidbit. Use it at your own discretion. I'm putting that out there, but shaving cream. Literally, shaving cream gets water-activated makeup off so easy. And depending on the brand you get, it smells like sexy men. Show. I say that's a win-win.